Lillard picked up by Ingram. Lillard. This is for the win. Point 7. They got the lead and the Lakers still have time.
G'day guys, we're back with another NBA season preview, and today we're looking at the Portland Trail Blazers. The Blazers are coming off a 49-33 season for Terry Stott's men, which got them the 3rd seed in the Western Conference. That is a serious achievement. The bad news is that put them against the New Orleans Pelicans, who rolled them in 4 games. It was a disappointing end for such a successful season. They were led by their all-star for the 3rd time, Damian Lillard. Damian, there's a lot of questions over whether he's one of the true superstars of the league, but last year he really put it together. In 73 games played, he averaged 26.9 points per game, which was tied with Giannis for 4th in the NBA, 6.6 assists and 4.5 rebounds. This earned Dame All-NBA First Team honours. He had a monster season and he carried a lot of this team's load. Dame received ample backup from his running mate at the shooting guard position, CJ McCollum. CJ put on 81 games at 21.4 points with nearly 3.5 assists and 4 rebounds per game. Connecting at 39.7% of his threes, CJ is one of the most lethal NBA shooters going. He is a perfect foil for Dame and he can take some big shots, and he's been a very good player for this Blazers team. He also has a very good podcast that's well worth checking out, and I see a massive media future after his playing days are over. The 3rd big player on this team is Jusuf Nurkic. The big fella suited up for 79 games and put up some pretty solid stats. 14.3 points, 9 rebounds, and just on 1.5 blocks per game. The big fella, when he got to Portland, changed the way they played. Gives them a big presence in the middle, he's got pretty good passing ability, and he has become a very good centre. But I have a personal issue with Big Nurk. We needed him to score us 15 points in a game last year so he could cover one of our multis. And Big Nurk didn't do us any favours by picking up 2 fouls in the first minute, sitting on the bench for the first half and doing stuff all when he got back out there. Other than that, he had a pretty good season. The next chain in the link for the Blazers is the always solid Evan Turner. Evan Turner in 79 games gives you 8.5 points and 3 rebounds. And he's been a solid pro for his whole career, but never quite had that breakthrough season. And this is where the Blazers may struggle to repeat last year's success. The depth there does fall away pretty quickly. You've got the solid Al-Farouq Aminu, who always does a good job. You've got Maurice Harkless, who can bang you some threes. They've lost Ed Davis and Noah Vonleh, so that is a little bit of their length and a bit of their big man depth gone. They were 2 pretty good hustle players for them, and I felt like they were reasonably big losses. And Damian Lillard particularly seemed upset with Ed Davis going, and there seemed to be a little bit of frustration and confusion about why Ed wasn't back with Portland and instead signed an offer sheet and left and joined the Brooklyn Nets. The 2018 NBA draft landed them Anthony Simmons at pick 24, a bit of an enigma in the draft, and quite a few teams passed on him, but he could be a bit of a steal, and hopefully he can provide that backcourt with some depth. And they also picked up Gary Trent Jr. in the 2nd round, shoots 40% from 3, the product from Duke. Hopefully he can help them out as well. The rest of the bench, Jake Layman and Myers Leonard, and they're joined by newcomers and off-season signings, Seth Curry and Nick Stauskas. They have a lot of players on that bench who can come on and bang some threes, but they're all got questions over their defence. I don't think Dame can do much more for this team, and they'd need another breakout season from CJ for them to get back to the 3rd seed this year. I predict that the Blazers do drop off a bit this year. The West is just so dangerous and so many teams have improved, and the talent shift has certainly gone to the Western Conference. And I think by the All-Star break the Blazers have to look long term. Do they end up trading one of their stars? Because their salary cap is tight. I can see the Blazers finishing 8th. What about you guys? Do you think I'm being a bit harsh and a bit pessimistic on the Blazers? Do you think they can double down and repeat last year's success and get a bit further in the playoffs? I would love to know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks everyone for watching. If you would like to see a team or a player previewed, feel free to leave it in the comments and I will do my best. If you enjoyed that video, maybe give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching.